In this video, looking at Romans 8:14. For all who are being led by the Spirit of God, these are the sons and daughters of God. Now this verse continues Paul's trajectory of thought, but begins introducing this idea of kinship or sonship in relation to the Father by virtue of the Spirit of God. And a lot of commentators will see this expression led by the Spirit of God and try to explain this concept using very big and nebulously defined words. So it almost takes on this sense of spiritual woo-woo. But Paul has already explained how the believer is led by the Spirit in this context using not big words. If you just look back at verses 9 through 13, how the believer is indwelt by the Spirit of God and how that guarantees them a literal resurrection from the dead is evident. And probably the biggest hermeneutical error to make here is to say that being led by the Spirit of God is the keeping of the law or the doing of good works for righteousness. See, the temptation is to say, well, how do I know that I'm led by the Spirit of God? Because I look at my good works. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I don't kill. I've lived a good life. I help people. That's how I know I'm led by the Spirit of God. And anyone who has tracked through Romans carefully and with common sense, you understand that that very mentality is what Paul is writing against. That is how the Judaizers are trying to justify themselves. And that is the mindset Paul is trying to weed out in the church at Rome. So try not to get hung up on these turns of phrase that have been hijacked, for lack of a better word, in the 20th and 21st centuries and have led to the context being moved. Just track with how Paul is thinking in this passage, and you'll see his point pretty easily. It's not hard to grasp.